Hi, come on in. Today we're going to make my little spider web and my little spider. Now for those of you who have noticed, my poor little spider is missing two legs, but we will sort that out later on in the video. I will do the spider and the web today on this video. However, if you're only looking for the spider, I will make sure that I have another video on how to do him on his own in case you don't want the web as well. Nice and easy things to make up. Let me move them out of the way. I think they're brilliant. I use the Recotton Aran weight wool for the spider's web, along with a 4mm hook, a darning needle and a pair of scissors. I'll put those out of the way. Now I use a 4mm hook for this, that even though it isn't classed as an Aran weight, because I do feel it's slightly finer, and I think that it also just gives me a better finish for my webs. So we're going to start with magic circle. I do have tutorial on magic circles. There's 3 different ways to do it, and that is linked in the description down below. To do this, we just put a wool across the back of our hand, loop it across the back and cross it here at the back. Take your hook, put it underneath the first, hook the second piece, pull it back through, twist it, put the wool around your hook and pull it through that loop. This also forms your first chain stitch. Now we make 2 chain stitch for this, so there is a second one, so wool over and pull through that loop to make your second chain stitch. Now for the purposes of this video, this chain will form part of your stitches. So we're going to make a further 7 UK treble crochets, US double crochets into this magic circle. So wool over, in through that circle, wool over, pull it back through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Wool over, pull through 2, wool over and pull through 2. That's the first one. Wool over, in through your magic circle, wool over and pull back through. Wool over, pull through 2, wool over and pull through 2. Wool over your hook, into your magic circle, wool over your hook and pull back through. Wool over, pull through 2, wool over and pull through 2. That gives you 3 on your hook, on your work. Wool over, in through your magic circle, wool over, pull back through. Wool over, pull through 2, wool over and pull through 2. And again, and pull through 2 and wool over, pull through 2. Now we have there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need another 2. So that's 6 and 7. Now we're going to pull our magic circle tighter, so we're taking this end here, our loose end, and we'll pull that nice and tight and snug. We're not joining our work, however. We're going to move back and forth along this semicircle here. So we want it to be in a nice little semicircle. So we'll turn our work now. And what we'll do, sorry, get my ends out of the way. So turn our work. And we'll start again with 2 chain stitch. So 1 and 2. And that's going to form our first treble crochet. But we also want a single chain between our trebles. So wool over and pull through, gives us our first chain. You'll see how this works better as we work our way back along. So we now want to make a treble crochet into our next stitch, so wool over, in through our stitch, wool over, pull back through, wool over, pull through two, wool over, and pull through two. And again a single chain stitch between the two, and then another treble. And these start to form our down parts of our web. So a single chain stitch, and then another treble crochet UK terms, double crochet US terms into the next, and pull back through, and a single crochet, and then another treble into the next. Oops, and this is just, sorry, then another treble into the next, and this just forms the pattern the whole way along this particular row. So it is one chain and a treble, one chain, so I go another treble. Oops, it's a bit tough. One chain, then we're going to make our last treble into the top of this chain stitch right here. So that's into the second chain, we'll make our last treble. This can be a little bit fiddly sometimes. And that's your first row. So we then turn it again, do two chain, so 1, 2 chain stitch, and then this time we'll be doing 2 chain between each of these, so we're slowly increasing the size of our web. So we've done 2 chain, which represents our first treble here, then we do another 2 chain, 1, 2, which is for our part in between, and then another treble into that post, and then 2 chain, 1, 2, and a treble into there, and whoops, pull through 2 and pull through 2, and 2 chain, 1, 2, and the next treble, and that just forms our pattern the whole way along here. So it is 2 chain, and then a UK treble into the next, and a US or a US double to make that post, as I call it. And then 2 chain, and into the next one right there. And 2 chain, and into the next right there. And then again we're going to do 2 chain, and our last one, we need to remember that we have a chain stitch there, and it's into the top of the second one, so wool over into that second chain stitch there, pull over, pull back through, and again just like that. You can see that it's starting to form that web shape. Now what I like to do here is, I think it's nice to have it tight here at the bottom. You can always keep that pulled tight there, and when you finish it off it will pull it tight. Well, I like the treble crochets here to keep this bit that little bit neater. I then change to UK double trebles, US treble crochets on this particular round, and I will show you how we do that. So we turn and we're going to do 3 chain this time, as the posts are going to be larger. So 1, 2, 3. And then this time we had 2 chain here, so we need 3 chain to put that across there. So 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to make that UK double treble, US treble into the next. So it's wool round twice into that stitch right there, wool round and pull back through, and that gives you 4 loops on your hook. So wool round, pull through 2, wool round, pull through 2, wool round and pull through 2. Then we'll do 1, 2, 3 chain stitch, and then another double treble, so wool round twice into the next one. Oops. Wool round and pull back through, giving you that 4 stitches. Wool round, pull back through 2, wool round, pull through 2, wool round and pull through 2, and it just makes these legs that little bit longer. And we'll do another 3, 1, 2, 3 chain. So we'll do another double treble, wool round once, twice and in through that stitch, wool back, pull through 2, pull through 2 and pull through 2, and 1, 2, 3 chain, and again loop it round twice, in through that stitch, wool round and pull back through. Whoops, oh, I got a bit of that one. I do find, much as I love this wool for doing these sorts of things with, it does sometimes split easier, because you can see the strands quite easily on it, but it does make such good webs and stalks and so on. I find it really useful for many things I've been doing. 2, 3, wool round twice, in through this stitch, wool round, pull back through, pull through 2, pull through 2 and pull through 2, and then 1, 2, 3 chain, wool round twice, in through the next one, wool round and pull back through, wool round, pull through 2, wool round, pull through 2, wool round and pull through 2, and then 1, 2, 3 chain. And now this time we have to remember that there was 2 chains on that one, so we have to remember to leave those and go into the top of that 2 chain that made our leg of our web. So wool round twice, in through that 2nd chain, because that's the top of the 2nd one, wool round, pull back through, wool round, pull through 2, wool round, pull through 2, wool round and pull through 2. You can see the web starting to form. Now obviously when we come back this time, it's not going to be 2 chain, it's going to be the 3 chain, which makes the post. So therefore we have the 3 chain that way, and it'll be in through the top of this 3rd chain. So we will do 3 chain again, 1, 2, 3. Now each time we move on to a new row, we increase how many chain is between our legs or posts, whatever you want to call them, of the web. So we started with none, then we went to 1, then we went to 2, then 3. So this time we've done our 3 chain to form our double treble, the equal off, but we still need to do, it'll be 4 chain this time, as we'll be increasing it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, which will make the next increase, because that was 1, 2, 3, so this time it's 4, and another double treble into the next stitch, go through 2, pull through 2 and pull through 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, a double treble into the next stitch, pull through, pull back, pull through, and again, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a double, pull round twice into the next, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Then we do 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, another double treble into the next one, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Oops. And then 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, and 4, another double treble into the next, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 chain in between, another double treble into the next, oops, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2, and 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then into our last here we want another double treble, but we're remembering that that's this time is 1, 2, 3, so into the top of the third chain, so that's 1, 2, 3, so into that top of that third chain, so each time, as I said, we are increasing how many. So this time we've had none, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can make this as big as you want. It's just remembering to always increase the size of this one here. So this time it was 4 chain in between these legs or posts, next time 5. If you want to increase it again, it'll be 6. So it's making 3 chain for that first post. So 1, 2, 3. We need a 5 chain this time for in between part. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 onto our treble crochet into the next stitch. That's a UK treble, UK double treble, US treble. Oops. Just like that. Then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Then another double treble, so we'll round twice into the next. Pull through, 2, through 2, and through 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll round twice and into the next one. Pull through, 2, through 2, whoops, and through 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Again, UK double treble, US treble into the next. Just like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll round twice into the next, pull it back through, pull round, pull through 2, whoops, nearly missed that, pull round, let me redo that one, into the next, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2, and then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these make up really quickly, and you can make them to any size you want and in any colour you want. I happen to like the white, but you can make them in any colour you'd like for your own Halloween decor. It's entirely up to yourselves. So another 5 there, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And just remembering that we need to make it into the top of that third chain here for the post. So 1, 2, 3. So pull round twice, in through there, back through, pull through 2, pull through 2 and pull through 2. Now you can make these, as I say, as big or as small as you want, and to keep going, just remember to make your chain post at this side of 3, and then however many you need for in between of each of these rows. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it will be a chain 3 and then 6 the next time. So each one in between will be 6, and then it'll be 7, 8 and so on. So you can make them as large as you want. We'll go on to make our little spider. If you want to finish here just with the web, that's absolutely fine. I'll carry on and make the spider for the rest of the tutorial. To start with, we make a magic circle. Now I do have another tutorial which will show you in more detail how to do this and gives you a couple of different ways. I'll link it down below in the descriptions. So simply put it across the front of your hand, across the back, across the front again, and cross it there at the back. Take your hook, put it underneath the beginning, the first one, hook the second one, pull it through, twist it, hook your wool and pull it through to secure it and to make your first chain stitch. Now I'm using black, which is possibly not the best one to show you with, but I do like black for the spiders. So that's your first chain, and we'll do a second chain. Now we're going to make 12 treble crochets, UK terms, 12 double crochets, US terms into this magic circle. So wool over, in through the circle, wool over, pull it back through, wool over, pull through 2, wool over and pull through 2. Wool over, in through the magic circle, wool over, pull back through, 3 loops, wool over, pull through 2, wool over and pull through 2. And that's your first 2. And then we'll do a third one. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Then take your end for your loose end here on your magic circle, pull it tight like that, a little bit tighter, and then we're going to join to the top of our first treble crochet right there. Okay, so not the chain but the treble, because we're not including the chain. We're going to join with a slip stitch right to the top there. So wool over, pull through that and pull through the loop on your hook. Pull that a little bit tighter now. Now to start our spider, we're going to start with his head here. So what we're going to do is to make 2 chain, 1, 2, and we're going to make another treble and then that one was right into the base where the 2 chain was, and then another one in the next stitch, and that's going to basically be its head. And we're going to start our legs. We'll do our first leg into the next stitch here, and we will slip stitch into that stitch. So pull your through and through the one on your hook. We were going to do a slightly longer leg here at the front, so we're going to do 6 chains. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. We're going to do a single crochet US terms, double crochet UK terms into the second stitch from the hook, the second chain. So wool over, pull back through, wool over and pull through 2. We'll do another one in the next chain, so hook in through, wool over, pull back through, pull over and pull through 2. And in a third one we'll do the same. So that's another double crochet, and we're going to do 2 double crochets into the next chain. So wool over, pull through, wool over, pull through and pull through 2, and then a single double crochet into the last one, and then we're going to slip stitch back here into our starting stitch. So pull through and pull through the loop on your hook, and that just forms your first leg. We're going to make our next leg into the next stitch, so we're going to start with a slip stitch into there. We're going to have 5 chain for this, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We're going to do a double crochet into the second chain stitch from the hook, so in through and back, pull over, pull through 2. We're going to do the same into the next stitch, so that into the next chain, sorry, so that is a UK double, US single into there, and we're going to do 2 into the next one to make that bend in the leg. So pull through 2, in through, pull over and pull through 2, and then a 1 double into the last and pull through, and that makes your little leg and gives it just a little bend there. We're going to slip stitch into the stitch at the bottom that we started in, so slip stitch, and this will form the legs on the way around. Now once you come down the other side, you'll have to maneuver them a little bit because they end up in the wrong direction sometimes. So let's do the next one. So slip stitch into the next stitch, and then 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, double crochet into the second from the hook, wool over, 2 stitches, wool over, pull through 2, and the same into the next one, and then 2 into this one, and pull through and pull through, and then 1 into the last one, right there, the last chain, and slip stitch into the original stitch on your body, pull through and through the loop on your hook. And for the third one down this side, we will do exactly the same. So into the next stitch, a slip stitch, 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, double crochet into the next 2 chains, a single one in the next 2 chains, 1 into that one, and into the next chain exactly the same, 1 double crochet, and then 2 into the next chain, 1 and 2, and then one into the next, and then we slip stitch it back into the original on the body. And there we have 4 legs and its head down this side. We then will slip stitch across 2 stitches here at the back, so that was into that one, so we will slip stitch, so on 1 and into the next one, 2. So we're now going to work down the other side of our spider, and we're going to go into the next one with a slip stitch, and then do 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is where it does become a little bit more interesting, because obviously rather straight legs, we do have the little bend in them, which I like, but what happens sometimes down this side is obviously it's going to look the opposite, so the bend is going to be that way, so we just need to do a little bit of a maneuvering to get it into the right position. So we will do our UK double crochet, US single into the second chain from the hook, 2 loops, and pull through both, and the same into the next one, pull through both, and we'll do 2 into the next one here. So that is a 1, and into the same chain, 2, and into the last chain we'll do another double crochet. Now it comes to us slip stitching into this stitch. Now what I do is I turn that leg the other way. Whoops, I've caught the wool. Turn it the other way so that it actually ends up bent the other direction, and then I slip stitch back into the bottom there, and it just seems to help to secure it into the way that I want it to be, which is obviously bent the other direction. So if we go into the next stitch again, I'll show you that all again, into the next stitch with a slip stitch, 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, second chain from the hook with 1 double crochet UK, 1 single crochet US, and then the same into the next one, 2 into the next one, so that's a 1 and 2, 1 into the next chain, 1, and then take your work and turn it so that it's facing the other direction, and slip stitch into the bottom, into the one you began with, and that just seems to fix it into the position that we want it to be. It does make this little extra in there, but it does look quite effective and gets them to face the direction that we want. We'll do another one into the next stitch, so slip stitch again, 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the second one from the hook with that UK double, US single, and into the next one the same, just get some more wool, 2 into the next one, whoops, so that's 1 and 2, and then a single 1 into the last chain right there, And then again for this, I will turn it and slip stitch into that starting stitch that we did there. As I say, it just seems to help them to stay in the right direction. In this last one, we will do our slip stitch again, and remember for this one we did 6 chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you can, if you want, to just keep them the same size. That's entirely up to you. I just like that front one to be a little bit longer. So in that second chain from the hook, we are doing our UK double, US single, and again into the next the same. And then this time we have another chain that we need to do exactly the same in. So just that one double UK, one single US, and then we're going on to do 2 into the next one. So that's a 1, oops, and 2, and then a single one into the back here, the last one. And again, I will turn it and do that slip stitch into the stitch that we started with. We'll just join this final leg up here onto the top of our, to match the other side, right here up to the top of that treble crochet with a slip stitch. So pull it through and pull it through to join that off. Pull that long, and then we can join in our ends. Make sure that your bottom one is cinched tightly, and obviously you can just alter these little legs around to suit yourself. I will show you what to do next. So it's all about finishing in the end, so make sure that is cinched tightly. Get your needle, put it through. Now you don't want this opening up because obviously it doesn't look as good. I do like to leave the end so you can tie it on to your web if you want to, or to anything else that you may want to. So simply go underneath one of your stitches, loop your wool around your hook, sorry, your needle, and that just forms a little knot which helps to secure it, so it's not going to open up on you again and you're not going to end up with a big hole in the middle. Just weave in your ends a little bit just to make sure that it's all neat and tidy. Oops, got his leg in the way. Like so, and then come back again. Just as I say, just makes it neat and tidy for you on the back. Now, as I say, I will leave this end because it helps to be able to use it to tie on to something. We will get this end and we will sew this one in as well. But what I will do is I will take that one down to the middle so that we can then use it to sew on to something with this other end. So carefully just go in underneath a stitch, do exactly the same thing to finish it off. So put the wool over that needle so that it forms that little knot, and then we will simply weave this one down a little bit and into the center. Whoops. So just put it under a couple of stitches, taking it down towards the bottom there, because we like them to be together here where we can then use them to tie on. Now I actually like them to be on opposite sides. It's entirely up to yourself, but I find that that usually means that when you tie them onto something, it ends up looking that little bit straighter. So I like to put them on opposite sides of my center hole. bring it back through a couple just to make sure it's nice and tidy. Keep catching his poor little legs in it. And that's how I tend to leave it so that I can tie it on. You can always cut it shorter when you've tied it on to whatever you want. Now obviously you'll need to maybe use a little bit of steam or something to hold these down, but it's just a case of manoeuvring them into position. I like to do that a little bit longer at the front because then I can have those two legs coming down at the front. But what I'm going to do next is just to put on two little eyes because I think they look quite good on them. And to do that, I'm just using some white wool, the same as I used on the web in my other video, or in the start of this one if you're watching it all together. I'll just take a bit of wool, and what I'll do is I tend to double this over so I have a loop at the opposite end. Again, it just makes it easier for when you're sewing it in. Thread that through. Find where you want them. I like them to come in a little slant down this way. So what I will do is I will go in through there. So that's how I like it. Leave your loop at the back. Make sure you don't pull it all the way through. Decide where you want it. I don't want them obviously both in the same place because that would look a little bit odd. So just going in between my two stitches there, you maybe can't see it quite right, but you just figure out exactly where you want yours. Whoops, I've taken that out of the camera. Put it through that loop, and then when you pull it, it just holds it there at the back so you're not having to worry about making more knots. You can just see that little eye right there. I'll then put my needle up through, I don't know if you can see here, in between the next two stitches, in the next stitch, sort of in the middle there. Pulling it through. Oh, that's a little bit tough, that one, doesn't want to come through, like that. And then make sure that that's through properly at the back, because you don't want to, just like that. And then up into the similar stitch opposite on this side so that it's even. When you pull that through, it actually looks very effective. It looks like quite beady-eyed, and I really like how that one looks. Just making sure you pull that through nicely, and it looks quite effective on them. And then again, it's just a case of finishing off that particular end. I put it underneath that white loop because I think that's better for finishing it off. It's not going through the black. Wool around, so that's making sure both goes around it, so we're forming that little knot. Sorry, this can be quite tight because you don't want it to be loose. Putting it through, pulling it through, but also making sure that you're not making the front look off and look tight, because you don't want that either. So just being careful with how you maneuver your wool to make sure that you're keeping those eyes looking the way that you want them to, while making sure that it's tight here at the back too. Sorry, it's all a little bit fiddly at this bit, but it does work. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so that's why I'm right. That looks just about right. And then I will run it through a couple more stitches just to make sure that we are held on nice and tightly, and it's not, the eyes aren't going to come off. Oops, there we go. See, it can be a bit fiddly, but it does work. I will cut off that end. as you can see, you can work with that a little bit to get what you want, but it does come out very effective for what you want, and it is just a case of working with it to get it to where you want it to be. There we have our pretty spider in his natural habitat on his spider's web, but obviously you can attach him to anything that you want to. I think they turn out lovely. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.